how sweet it is to be loved by you, nerds. What is up? What is up? What is up, nerds? It's me, your buddy pal HeyArcher. Welcome back to HeyArcher Live, the birthday episode of HeyArcher Live. Thank you all for celebrating here with me. If I sound weird right now, it's because for some reason I can't hear myself on my headphones. I need Diddy to raise my headphones, and it's throwing me off. But if you're new here, don't forget to like, to comment, to subscribe. Here at Nerd Affiliated, as I edit some settings for the guest today, here at Nerd Affiliated, we do this show every week. We hang out, we relax, we pour ourselves a little drink, and hopefully you got yourself just a little bit of, if my thing's even working, I can't even tell. Oh yeah, all right. If you've got yourself a YouTube channel, you've got yourself a podcast, you've got yourself a newsletter, make sure that you put it down in the comment section, interact with one another, support one another as always. I see all of you down there in the chat. So good to see you. It was weird. I can't even hear the soundboard going off, so it's like throwing me off. But either way, we have Billy. I was gonna say Billy 2 times, but that's not correct. Billy podcast 2 times in the house. I had to bring in the legend himself. He had a huge week, so he started the week off killing it, and he's bringing those good vibes to us here today. So we're gonna talk about that, talk about some other stuff, and of course talk about whatever it is you want to talk about. So sit back, relax. Hopefully you're enjoying that drink. And as we say every week on this show, without further ado, let's bring in the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. Billy Nichols in the house. Sir,
man of the hour, the man with the power too sweet to be sour. She said I'm a 5, you know I'm a 10. But when I called her Ben, she said Dover, and I said, come here, Rover. Let's get this going. It's your boy, Billy 2 Pods, a.k.a. the brand show himself. Happy birthday, Generalissimo.
I tell you, there's nobody who can match your energy. There's nobody that could touch any of that. Dude, thank you so much for joining me today on the birthday celebration.
My absolute pleasure, man. My absolute pleasure. Good to be here. Good to be on another podcast again this week, man. This is starting to become a thing. We're just gonna have to make a bunch of nerds ex-nerd affiliated. It's at that point, man. This is the third time. And you're on my next episode of the Brand Show Live. And we last time we were here, we announced the show, went off with only one hit. I spilled a Sprite on myself during our interview with Kevin Monroe, but it was, oh man, I didn't want Tuesday night to end. I still don't want Tuesday night to end, and it's already Thursday.
Yeah.
But hey, it's HeyArcher Live, so it's okay.
It's they were saying in the comments that there was some double audio, but I think I fixed it. I think I got it.
Yeah, I'm not seeing the comments. Am I on the wrong page? Are you on 2 channels right now?
Oh, that's right. I am on 2 channels right now. I forgot.
Oh, it's Stevie 2 channels, bro. Hold on. Let me I'm trying to look at the chat and say hello to everyone because I have no idea who's here right now, but I'm like, oh, well, I opened it up on my iPad because now my iPad's on my desk, and I'm like, well, because, I need to be efficient, and that's not my strong suit.
Not my strong suit either.
So
turn some tunes on, actually.
But either way, let's see who's in the chat. Hobbies with Jose, what's good, man? I am Paximus. How you doing? Know your craft, my man. What's happening?
Yep. Rhino
good to see
Dog
you guys.
In the house. Sal in the house.
Ryan's up in here. What's up, Ryan?
Good times.
Oh man, always a good time when you're on a podcast. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah. So
especially when you got this sweet nerd affiliated merchandise.
Look at that. I love it.
Oh baby. Especially when you get that sweet nerd affiliated merchandise, man.
So sweet. So nice. By the way, everybody, let me know if the music is too loud, or because I'm not getting anything in my headphones right now. Turn out my damn headphones. But
what are you using for headphones?
These are Sony headphones. These are Sony X whatever was cheap at Best Buy when I worked there. That's what they are.
So we need to get you a pair of these SteelSeries Dark 7 Pro lossless with a nice pair of these memory-cooled Wicked cushions. I'm not sponsored by either one of these guys, but if you're a figure photographer, you can head over to extreme-sets.com and use code the brand, save 15%. But I'll tell you right now, my Astros finally died, and I bought these, and shit, man.
They're good. They look good.
Oh, amazing. They're comfy, and I mean, look at the aesthetic here. It's so like vaporwave. It's so 80s.
Oh yeah. Before we even get into everything else that's happening in the world, I did want to show off. First of all, that shirt. Can you show us what's going on with that shirt there?
So I just got this in the mail today. Shout out to my friends over at Pro Wrestling Tees. This is the Cody Rhodes "It's Dangerous to Go Alone, Take This" U.S. title New Japan shirt. Came in the mail. I thought my buddy's podcast shirt was going to be in. Shout out to my buddy Figment Wrestling on Instagram. He's got a show too. And he sent me a shirt for his podcast. I thought it was going to be in today. So I'm not going to dive too deep into this, but anytime I do an appearance from now on, I'm gonna drop you some hints on some things that might be coming. I did it on Tuesday night by showing this, but nobody knows still what it means, which I really love.
Nice.
So, but just when you watch the brand show, make sure you watch the brand and the show. and if you guys missed the live episode on Tuesday night, youtube.com/a-bunch-of-nerds, the replay went live this afternoon. Amazing episode. Kevin Monroe, director of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2007. What a story. Like, when I tell you that having Kevin on our show was the right way to start this show, and to hear his story about how his version of Ninja Turtles was changed and how he met with Peter Laird in Northampton and everything, man, it was a compelling story. It was literally everything we wanted it to be. Kevin is a part of our long-term content strategy and a great friend of the show. We call him the sixth nerd because he's just that rad. If you didn't watch the show, guys, go watch the show, please.
Yeah. No, I have it up here. I was in and out throughout the show, and I was loving it. So I look forward to listening to it this weekend in its entirety. I tell you, the production value, the transitions, the sound for the first episode is goddamn impressive. So
thank you. I spent the last 2.5 weeks. As you know, I'm still on leave of absence from work.
Yeah.
But I spent the last 2.5 weeks like really perfecting this, because for those of you who follow me on anything, I'm a psycho perfectionist. I'm not a person who wants to compete with my friends or anybody around me. I compete with myself. The problem here is if something isn't up to my standard, to my liking, I scrap the whole thing. I was up Monday night until about 4:30 at this very desk, reworking things and making sure that my stage set looked good, my background looked good. I moved my basement around.
I was saying it looks different.
Like, panic.
I was saying it looks different than when I saw it.
I wanted to make sure that, well, I'll see you soon, I'm sure.
Yes.
But I wanted to make sure that everything here was, as best as possible, because I have a very good reason, and I think we talked about this off air, and we'll keep it off air. I have a very good reason to want to do this full time. And at 40 years old, it's finally time for me to, shed the shackles of being in a day job and say fuck it and create content full time, because that's what I want in my life. I want to go back to traveling. I want to go back to enjoying myself, being at fun shows and, talking to cool people. I'm sick and tired of people calling and going,
yes, hello. My ring from Blink that has a Google doorbell in it is not working.
With all due respect to the boomers in the crowd, I'm sick and fucking tired of fixing your tech. Fix it your goddamn self.
Was I supposed to blur out any of the names used in that message there?
Oh, absolutely not, man. Absolutely not. Don't worry. We don't go censored with anything. But the fact of the matter is that the people that I'm around and the the opportunities I've had in this last year, ever since, beating cancer's ass into the wall, has really kind of reinvigorated, that person that I always was. And it really pushed me in the right direction to get back to where I wanted to be. And I'm in fuck it mode. I don't know about you, man, but I'm not going to say my employer's name or your employer's name, but I think you're as sick and tired as I'm sick and tired. It's the simple fact that we deserve better and we're great at what we do.
I mean, I just think it'd be fun to even talk about Thor, like that'd be great to do a Thor video, get paid to do it.
Still haven't seen it. That's how busy I've been.
I don't think you're missing out.
I just saw Multiverse of Madness a couple weeks ago, finally, and that was absolutely phenomenal.
Oh, that was your first viewing of it? Yeah.
Loved it,
it's
man.
Good.
Loved it. Enjoyed every second of that movie. And I mean, I have a super boner for Elizabeth Olsen. I think she's one of the most beautiful women on the face of the planet.
Yeah.
One of the most talented women on the face of the planet, may I add, too.
Yeah.
I feel that way also about the young lady who plays Okoye, whose name I cannot remember. Absolutely stunning, absolutely phenomenal.
From Black Panther?
Yes. Mm-hmm. Beautiful, talented, fierce, just wonderful. The Marvel movies, just as a whole, have had a phenomenal cast. I mean, except for Brie Larson. I'm sorry, I just don't like Brie Larson. Or Edward Norton, for that matter, as the Hulk. That was terrible, too. But
wait. All right. Comment section.
Hot take.
Comment section. First of all, comment down below if you saw Doctor Strange. What'd you think? Comment down below if you saw Thor. Let us know what you thought. But also, are you in the comment section? Are you guys also with Billy on this one? That I'll actually point that way. Anti Ed Norton on the Hulk? What? What?
I just didn't like the first Hulk. Listen, the first Hulk movie to me is like the director's cut of Halloween 6. It just makes no goddamn sense.
The Eric Bana one, you mean?
Yeah,
that's terrible.
Speaking of which, chat, since we're talking about Edward Norton and we're talking about Halloween, are you guys excited as excited as I am for the Halloween Ends trailer next Wednesday? Holy shit, can't wait.
I actually have to. So, by the way, anybody who's wondering where the chat is, we're simul streaming on the HeyArcher vlog channel and on Nerd Affiliated, in case there's any confusion.
Come on over to the Nerd Affiliated channel.
There you go. Because I figure we're going to talk toys at some point, and that channel's all about toys, so that's why I put it on both.
I mean, there's always toys, man.
It's always toys.
That's the beauty of it. You gotta, when it comes to podcasting, and we did this with our show, we start out, we talk about weekly purchases, we talk about music and toys, we talk about anything that kind of comes up, any news, and then we go right into our interview. Yeah. This is just all news, toys, nerding out, and interviews. It's great.
There you go. Shoot, I already forgot what I was talking about. We're talking about Ed Norton.
We're talking about, well, we started with Thor, and then we went to Ed Norton and how much I don't like Brie Larson and how bad Halloween 6 was. So
Halloween.
We're kind of all over the place. We're like a ball of flubber tonight.
It is. We're rambling like Anthony. So shout out Anthony, Rambling with Anthony on Nerd Affiliated. I got to finish Halloween, the second one of the new ones.
Kills?
Yes. It's just a snuff film. And it
pretty, legitimately is.
Yeah.
It's vicious. It's violent.
But I liked that. I liked it in a weird way that, like, I wasn't like entertained. I was just like, oh, we finally get to see the whole interaction he has with people.
I think what really made it special, and everybody kind of skims over this, you're like, it's not a normal Halloween movie. What really made it special, what really made Halloween Kills special, is that it wasn't about Michael Myers. It was about the town.
Yes, that was cool.
So as a Jersey transplant via my dad's ball bag, yeah, my whole family on my dad's side is from Jersey, and knowing what I know about where my family grew up, and knowing Haddonfield, the actual town, and how deeply this movie is dedicated to Haddonfield, New Jersey. There is a small little town like Haddonfield, and something like that would rock a small town. Like I grew up in Arlington, and when Sean O'Malley was a priest at St. Agnes Church, and he went to the Archdiocese in Boston, it rocked our little what was a little town becoming a city at the time. having a child molesting priest is a quite frightening thing.
Yeah.
But just think about it. You think about towns where mass murders have happened. Like, you think of actual current events. I don't want to mention anything out of respect for anybody who may be related to someone who's been in one of these situations. But you think about how dynamics change in a town, and you think about how things change. And you look at Haddonfield and how Haddonfield has it's been trauma after trauma after trauma for 40 years.
Mm-hmm.
Like, Michael kills 3 people, disappears for 40 years off into an insane asylum, comes back, butchers the entire town. 33 people in kills. Okay, there was like 16 and 18, and then 33 in Halloween Kills. And he literally killed the entire original cast except for Kyle Richards, who's a total babe, may I add. So Tommy's dead, Nurse Marion is dead, all of them. They all went after Michael, and he just butchered the town. And, then Sheriff Brackett comes back, and he's a security guard at a hospital. Everybody's entitled to one good scare, Michael. And then he just gets destroyed. And then Tommy being, the guy who never anything happened with, played by the wonderful Anthony Michael Hall.
Yeah.
Look at me, I got a bat. I'm going to hit him with old Huckleberry. The Homer who, was the high school quarterback who never left the town. I mean, you think about it and how that kind of trauma, like, really, I'm going off on a tirade here, but point is that this entire movie is based around, like, the trauma that Haddonfield and its residents felt, not just, Laurie Strode, but what Michael Myers did to an entire town, what mob mentality is, et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah.
But it's a great lesson in why you don't listen to stupid people or Republicans. Did I say that out loud? Oops.
The movie apparently is deeper than I thought. I will say.
Oh, yeah.
By the way,
you have to kind of look at subcontext, if you will.
Well, I was going to say, everybody, let me know how the audio is now, because I realized what I was doing wrong, but I may have ruined something else. So if you can't hear the music or if you hear an echo, let me know. But you're right. I mean, I found, as I was watching it, because it crosses that line of, like, what Amanda likes to watch. So I was watching it when she wasn't around, and I found myself forgetting that he was in the movie at times, but in a good way, because I was actually like getting into the characters. I was getting into, like, their struggle and their fear and their banding together. And then to your point, I'm like, oh, this is, like, really the town's movie. It's not even, Jamie Lee Curtis's movie, which threw me off, but in a good way.
It was amazing, and seeing how the Strode women, just 3 very strong, very different personalities. And I'll just go ahead and say it. I've canceled my comic book. I was working on a book called Canton, as you know, and I sent the publisher an email today letting them know that I'm not going to be completing the book. I thanked them for their time, etc. Decided that it's just right now in my life it's not a good place to be. But, like, after sitting down to write my own book and kind of seeing how these things go, and talking about how trauma affects a town, it was fucking interesting, man, to the least. It was interesting. But you have to look at subcontext within this movie, and character development and what happened with Laurie, Karen, and I forgot the Andy Michalick's character's name, but she was amazing. Just the trauma that they go through. They lose their father. They lose the girl loses her boyfriend, Cam. He loses his father, Lonnie, who's an original character. Like, just people just got butchered, man. But it's like, you see the trauma, and they're setting that up with a 4-year time gap. I can't wait to watch this trailer. I can't fucking wait. Yeah. I'm excited.
I haven't, I'm jealous, though. I've not said that line about a trailer in a long time.
Yeah, I have felt that way very rarely. Like, the last time I felt that way about a trailer, I was very excited for the Halloween Kills trailer.
Yeah.
I knew it was going to be a different kind of movie, and everybody's just kind of tossed it. Like, I'm sorry, but you can't really toss a movie like that. It was a good divulgence, like, and some of the people in there, like, so much Boston in that movie, and that was just awesome.
Yeah. So tell us about the, what's coming up with Brand Show as, like, what's your overall plan? Like, you're gonna have guests on the show, friends. Well, as you were saying it, and I like that you're even wording it that way versus like, oh, I'm gonna have like this famous person or that famous person. You're like, no, friends of our community that we're building. Like,
of course.
Is there gonna be other types of shows too, like review shows or vlog shows, or like, do you have like an overall theme that you're going with, or are you kind of going step by step, which a lot of times people say is the best way to do it?
Step by step right now. I mean, obviously we get a couple irons in the fire. We just tested a segment called Review in 2, where we review a game in under 2 minutes for social media. We reviewed Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Shredder's Revenge, which is fantastic.
Still gotta play that.
Congratulations to my friends over at Tribute Games. Sold over 1 million copies in under a month. Today is the 14th. That game came out on the 16th of June.
Yeah.
Huge. But we're testing things. We're working on, what it could be right now. For me, my primary focus is the brand show, and it's a seasonal thing. So we're going to do 5 to 6 episodes, and then we're going to have a 6-week break, and then show's going to wrap probably mid-September for season 1. Season 2 will start. We're going to have a very special Halloween episode. I haven't decided who the guest is going to be yet. I will tell you guys, I'm working really hard to get James Jude Courtney and Nick Castle, who have both played the Shape. I'm also seeing if Don Shanks is available, who played Michael Myers in Halloween 5. But I want to do something off the wall for that episode. But our next episode actually features yourself, me, Smalls, Brent from Super 7 and Where the Toys Are is also on that episode. And we reached out to a couple other people. Jose, check your DMs later. You have been discussed for this episode as well. So the next episode is San Diego Comic-Con Hangover, and that's going to be on 7/26. Yeah. So that'll be fun. Give you guys some time to watch a very long, very, very intriguing episode 1. And then from there, who knows how long we're going to go with episode 2, considering I was like, yo, just grab whatever you want from San Diego Comic-Con and fucking put it in the script.
Yeah. So,
yeah.
Actually, I don't think I've ever asked you. Have you been to San Diego Comic-Con before? Because New York is the biggest one I routinely go to, but I've never been out to San Diego.
Besides E3 is the only show that has ever eluded me.
Oh, wow.
So I've been to Toy Fair, I've been to C2E2, I've been to Emerald City Comic-Con, I've been to almost every major show in the States except for like shows in Texas, because why do I want to go to Texas for anything? I've been for work and it's hot and muggy and a lot of like really nice people and great barbecue, but literally like the heat is just
it's different
so
type of environment down there.
It is literally the worst heat. But I intend to go someday, hopefully as a creator. That is the goal. My first show in 3 years, for those of you who actually care, is Fan Expo Boston. It'll be my return to conventions.
Nice.
I haven't been to a convention since New York Comic-Con 2019. So
nice.
Oh no, I'm sorry. Excuse me. My last show was Toy Fair 2020. So
is that in like February?
Yes, it's February 22nd through the 25th of 2020. That was the last time I've been to a social. Almost 3 years.
Yeah.
Because then we went into lockdown like a month after that for COVID.
Yep.
And everything was really difficult. Even buying toys online was difficult at that point, because how the hell are people going to go out and buy ship you toys?
That's why I'm so mad. That's when I started doing this whole toys collecting thing. But I was gonna say, speaking of toy collecting, a brand that you introduced me to that I will forever hate your guts for is the old Super 7.
Super 7, baby. Super 7. Let's go.
Ruined my life with this. They've announced some things of late. Any of these kind of grabbing your attention as like the must-haves? I think I know the answer, but I want to hear it from the source.
I'm really jacked about that Toxic Avenger X Brain Dead reaction and Kang and Korg from The Simpsons.
Yeah.
I'm going to say it right now. I have to see those glow-in-the-dark turtles in person before I even dare. They just look hideous from the photos. Like, whoever the photographer is for this is not a bad photographer, but he should be literally fired for making them look that glow-in-the-dark. Like,
I see what you're saying.
Like, I have some of their glow-in-the-dark stuff, and it's really good. But, I mean, my biggest problem is like, the color toning. Like, the belt shouldn't be blue. Neither should, like, the tape on anything. It should be the colors that it was in the show. But they probably did that to make it pop more, and I get it. You know, it's one of those things. Also, Sal, I see you're in the comments about New York Comic Con. I am not doing New York Comic Con this year. It is around it's too expensive this year, man. Inflation, you know. It's just one of those things. Like right now, I don't think I'm also ready to go far. I canceled my appearance at C2E2 this year too. I had badges for C2E2, and I didn't do it. But yeah, the new Simpsons figures look really good. I'm really jacked about the Cobra Bat they're doing for San Diego, but the problem is like a lot of their stuff has gone up in price too. Like the new Cardona and Myers figures that just got announced, the Major Pod figures. By the way, guys, for those of you here in Massachusetts and in the surrounding areas, August 6th, I will be at Nick's Comic Strip shooting the Matt Cardona signing. Come on through, 7 to 10. It'll be really fun. But I feel like Super 7's taken on a lot, and that's great. And I'm very excited for Super 7. Everybody I know over there, it's just they're pricing unfortunately, they're going to price a lot of collectors out. Like $75 a figure for Cardona and Myers is a little high. Now go back, you see, 75.
Yeah.
That's a little high. I get it. I understand. It's more deco hits. It's you're getting 8 interchangeable hands with Matt, plus the middle finger, internet title, etc., etc. But you're gonna price a lot of collectors out on that on your own. And I mean, dude, I went 40 for 40 in the month of June. I spent $5,000 on toys in the month of June. So, and like I bought some of my grails, and one of them came in today. So one of my massive grails came in today, which is fucking aming.
Wait. Are we going to reveal that on air?
You want me to go grab it?
Or no, I mean, you could save it. You could save it for a TikTok or anything.
Oh, I already did it on TikTok. Don't worry.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, these figures are, and sorry, I keep hovering over the drop downs, but these are some sexy figures. But yeah, I didn't even realize that they were $75 a piece because I don't collect the Major Wrestling Podcast figures.
I do.
But this, you photograph them too.
Well, yeah, I do.
Done my job. But yeah, these are some dope figures, and these are the Toxic Crusader figures he was talking about.
Yeah, Toxic Crusaders was announced. I was very excited about that. But, you know, during the month of June, like, I was all about hitting Super Grails out of the park, and I went heavy on Ninja Turtles, and I went heavy on Masters of the Universe, and I went heavy on WWE Elites. Now, WWE Elites, I'm not going to go through my cases, but I pulled an Elite 31 Big Van Vader, Pink and Black Attack ringside exclusive Bret Hart, American-made ringside Hulk Hogan, and Defining Moments Bret Hart. But where the real heat from this vintage pull comes is right here. So let's start with an incomplete Winged Warrior Leo, $250.
Nice.
An incomplete Arctic Donatello, $150.
Wait, you didn't have that one already?
No, I did not. Arctic Donatello is one of the later line Adventure Turtles. Very hard to find.
I feel like maybe we saw it at the vault. I feel like I've seen that
probably
around you at some point.
Probably. I then picked up a Deep Sea Diver Leo, $85, and then half of his helmet for another $75.
Holy shit.
And then there was also Adventurer Mike, Safari Mike. Got his backpack missing his monkey, his gun, and his knife and chucks. $125. There's also a Warrior Michelangelo that I bought, $200. Then the only complete one of them all I bought was Half Court. But to say the least, like, I have a 40 for 40 list, and that fucking list is ridiculous. I will never spend $5K on toys again in a month, but I mean, it was my 40th birthday, man. I shattered every wall to get what I wanted, and I had the extra money thanks to the state of Massachusetts not paying me on time and me dipping into my savings to pay some bills.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't dip half as hard as I thought I was going to have to, but
that's good.
Sorry, Rebecca, 5K, I know.
And just to show everybody what you're talking about earlier, this was the G.I. Joe figure.
Cobra Bat.
Yeah. Is this the first like 7-inch, or I think they do 7-inch? Is it the first of that scale for them in GI Joe?
It is. They've done pre-orders for Wave. And this bugs me. They did the pre-orders for Wave 1 and everything, but they have a Comic-Con Cobra bat ready to go. Like, they did this with Ninja Turtles, too, when they did the Bug Zapper Blue Baxter Stockman.
Mm-hmm.
Baxter Stockman came like 6 months before we got before we got any of the other turtle figures, and it took 4 waves to get all the turtles, and thank God that fucking that line is ending with Wave 8 from what I understand.
Mm-hmm.
So honestly, it between them and NECA, it's a fight for my money.
Yeah.
And yes, I have pre-ordered literally everything that NECA's put out in the last 6 months, including the Pre-Mutations pack, including the Turtle Van. I didn't order the Turtle Van through Super 7 yet, because I'll get it when it comes out, and I'll have the money for it by the time it comes out. But I also completed a Dragon Blaster Skeletor, which is a very, very hard thing to do in the last few months too. So it's just, and then I started AWA Remco. Don't know what I was thinking, but
I do wanna show this again. Go F yourself, Mr. Billy. This is the son of a bitch right there. Did
the
you
Thunder
pre-order
Tank?
this?
Yeah, $450 plus shipping.
Yeah. Is this on your list, or like did you already pre-order that, or you're passing on it?
Oh, I'm off on I'm off on
Thundercats.
Thundercats. Silverhawks though.
Ooh. Yeah.
I'm all about it.
Yeah.
Like when the Mirage comes out, I will throw all my money at it. I will have a room in my house for that thing. But yeah, I started Thundercats and I sold out of it.
Yeah.
I don't have enough room with the amount of Masters of the Universe stuff that's coming out. Like I just got the Masters of the Universe classics of Thunder Punch or Flying Fist He-Man and Terraclaw Skeletor. It's actually right behind me.
Mm-hmm.
And I also got the Masters of the Universe classics Merman and Fisto the other day. But yeah, 5K, Sal. Magical, I know. Or know your craft. 5K, yeah, man.
So,
and imagine if we didn't play with them and break them as kids, bro. I got a complete set of Hasbro that tells me, yeah, I'd be a very, very wealthy man if I didn't, and my mom didn't try to throw them away on me. But trying to find a lot of this stuff when we were kids, like Winged Warrior Leo I didn't know about this figure until like 2 years ago, man. Like this is a very, very rare figure, like complete and on the card. This is a $3,300 figure. It's more than scratch. So shout out to my boy Bet's Toy Box for that one. But it's just it's insane, man. It's like trying to recapture your childhood after a traumatic experience like cancer and a shitty first marriage is, it's a thing. But I'm lucky to have what I have. I'm happy to have what I have, and I hope to complete all these figures behind me someday, but we'll see.
So that begs the question that I was thinking. I don't know if I've ever asked you, like, how do you determine what ends up behind you? Like, what are you like? Because right now, from what I see, and I know because I've been there.
Motu.
Yeah, Motu's like dominates your entrance. It dominates when you first walk in. Like, is that because that's your favorite series, or it was your favorite figures, or is it a combination? Like, how did you determine that?
Biggest collection. And Turtles was already where Turtles is over here. Turtles was already there, and then when I started collecting WWE Elite, they were in the Fabricore cases that are over by the TV. But I moved them when I sold my first collection, then I started again, and I had them all on this wooden thing, if you remember, and people just kept knocking them over. I was like, fine, so I went out and bought a bunch of Detolfs, and put them all in Detolfs. I got to buy another Detolf now because I'm out of room already. 307 Elite figures. Fucking A.
So which were you collecting first? Like, what? Like, do you ever? Actually, that's a really good question. Do you even remember what was the first thing you were buying when you went all in on this hobby?
When I started collecting, it was very lightly. It'll be 10 years next year. But I bought the Rhino Build-A-Figure Scarlet Spider. That was my
love that
first.
figure.
That was my first. Yeah, one of my favorites.
Yeah.
That was my first figure, guys. If you don't follow me on TikTok, I do a lot of unboxings and so forth like that, like toy unboxings. Follow our channel. Follow us on TikTok at a bunch of nerds. Come see what we do. Like a lot of what we do is vintage.
Yeah.
And Smalls does records and crazy pressings of records and stuff like that. So, you know, between the two of us, we have pop culture just on lock. But, you know, I'm a heavy vintage collector, as you can clearly fucking see.
Yeah.
Like, I would, you know, in my lifetime, I've lost relationships over things that I've purchased. So, I mean, if that tells you anything about how much I love what I do, I really, really love collecting. My wife loves collecting. My wife actually, you can kind of see it in the detail right over my right shoulder or my left shoulder. There's a Swiftwind with She-Ra in there. My wife bought that recently for herself. So I do want to say fuck you to Mattel Creations, though, as I did miss Wondar thanks to scalpers. But, you know.
Goddamn scalpers.
Oh, fucking hate Mattel Creations, man.
I think I told you this, but what got me interested in collecting was the NECA 1990 Turtles.
NECA Turtle movie figures, yeah.
Yeah, but I think the first thing I started going all in on was actually Black Series, which I know you don't collect anymore.
Ugh.
But something that came in that I was so very proud to receive.
Yeah, that wasn't cheap, I'm sure.
George Lucas. No, it's at cost. I got it from Hasbro.
Stop it.
The George Lucas Stormtrooper. Yeah.
Wow.
So he'll go next.
That's amazing.
He'll go next to the Dave Filoni back there, the Trapper Wolf.
Amazing.
And
see,
then,
my problem with Star Wars Black Series is not that I don't like it. I have one figure, and that's Rey Skywalker, because my dog's name is Maggie Ray. I love Star Wars, but the amount of fucking repaints and reprints and re-releases that fucking line has is enough to throw myself off a bridge. It's like, here, look, we have Luke Skywalker in Stormtrooper disguise. Now we have Luke Skywalker in Stormtrooper disguise with cell shading, and I'm a psycho completist. A line like that would make me go bankrupt and need 6 houses.
Yeah.
Like, I saw someone comment on HasLab's thing the other day about the San Diego Comic-Con Boba Fett, in disguise.
Oh my
We're
God.
just fucking lazy, and we
God.
took it and let it go to direct injection mold Boba Fett. Now, everything I'm about to say, I want you guys to read in your heads in uppercase, lowercase, uppercase, lowercase.
The fact that Hasbro is re-releasing this figure for the 7th time since 2013 is fucking bullshit. Please stop fucking the fans.
Okay, you wanna unfuck a line? Stop buying this dumb shit. That is the dumbest fucking figure I've ever seen. Like, that's like, oh, well, somebody decided that I don't even know from the comic book, because Star Wars comic books are so fucking convoluted and confusing and full of fucking variants just to sell, and then someone does a variant here, and then someone does a ripoff here, and then there's a cosplay titty art variant. So it's just fucking dumb. First of all, fuck comic books, plain and simple. The comic book industry is dead because of fucking carnies and scumbags. You know who you are. Calling everybody out tonight, so fuck all of them.
You're calling them all. You're freaking doing a pipe bomb tonight.
I'm just I take no prisoners anymore. That's my new fucking thing. But fact of the matter is that, like, Hasbro is literally feeding you guys shit, and you're buying it. That's why I sold out of G.I. Joe. Because, we're getting Duke again in a tiger camo paint option. And I was like, that's enough. And then we're getting a second Storm Shadow. And then there's going to be another variant of Storm Shadow. And then Dr. Mindbender is a San Diego Comic-Con exclusive that nobody's going to be able to get. Like, this is also my problem with convention exclusives is you're... See, it's the same fucking figure, just repainted, and they gave it a fucking shiny motorcycle.
But, you know, here's where they know what they're doing. Where is it?
Sal, you were 100% a part of the problem for buying Skyrim 4 times. I only bought it twice. But yeah, they do know what they're doing. But this is also why I want the Super 7 ones, because the Super 7 ones are are literally to the letter the animated figures from our childhood. And like NECA, I'm a sucker with NECA. They've done 4 different versions of the Turtles. They did the animated, the original coloring, and then they did the In Disguise, and then I'm a sucker for that. I bought that last 4-pack thanks to you because I got it for $35. Because someone tag swapped it, so I took advantage of that. Yeah. But lately, I haven't been finding anything at Target. I'm done with Target and Walmart. I find nothing. Like ruthless aggression is you see every aggravating, annoying influencer who wears a wrestling mask and goes, "What's going on, everybody?" And if you know why I did that, you know who I think is really annoying.
I feel like that was a direct attack.
That was a direct attack. Nice guy, just a really obnoxious online persona. And it's like, well, you're sleeping, I'm out hunting in a wrestling mask. Fuck you. Congratulations, we get it. But AEW Jazzwares is fucking peg warming. We're getting no new figures because you idiots are buying one of each of them and then flipping them online, and then we have to deal with shop AEW exclusives. I'm sick of the exclusive game. It's all bullshit. I'm sick and tired of Walmart and Target because it's the same fucking figures that the Target down the street from my house still has 44 Mean Mark Callaways. This is going to be a villain story for some scalper. He's going to go buy them all and try to sell them for $100 a pop. Mean Mark Callaway figures, you guys, you're on my eBay or Macari, dude. Fuck it. I'm over it. And it's something needs to give. Stop buying this shit. Stop being a fucking simp for Target is not a real place. I agree with you. But fact of the matter is that, this is the problem. The toy companies aren't getting the message because, don't get me wrong, redoing certain things because someone got into the line late, that's one thing. Yeah. But if they came out with glow-in-the-dark movie turtles, I'd be like, really? Yeah. I get it with Loot Crate, it makes sense because you had a certain amount of time to pre-order. If you bought all the crates, you got a bonus figure. Yeah. Claw Shredder, I gotta rant some more. My Claw Shredder came and both of his arms fell off.
I heard that was a thing.
I had to plier his arms back on. He's a great figure. But thankfully he's not hard to find. If you need him, he's all over eBay for $80. Yeah. But I missed the first Turtle exclusive Loot Crates. I have all of the figures except for the Mirage Shredder. Okay, yeah, I get it. Some of those exclusives are worth it, but the other thing is you have a whole goddamn month to pre-order it. You don't have to go to Target.com at 4 a.m. when Batista's back in stock.
Yeah, yeah.
And that is what is absolutely wrong with store exclusives. And Target has literally destroyed the G.I. Joe classified line. You can't get anything. What's the new line? Pit Viper or Tiger Viper or Jackoff Hasbro Viper or something like that. And then HasLabs is stuffing 4,000 things down your throat. We're sorry, guys, but this lightsaber didn't get funded that we were going to charge you $10,000 for. Cobra Hiss, I can see. Cobra Hiss is vehicles are a very hard thing to sell.
Yeah, yeah.
Brian Flynn made a comment about that where he said vehicles are already difficult to get into homes because of the cost and because of the market. People don't want to spend that kind of money. I agree with him. So yeah, you do it made to order pre-order, or you do something like this where you crowdfund it. Yeah. They got their 8,000 in 6 hours. But the bonuses on this are fantastic. 32 days. When I backed the new generation arena and they added the announcer Macho Man, went through the roof. Through the roof. And, sometimes stuff like that is good. Funding something like that, I'm cool with. Mattel Creations did a great job with that, gave everybody more than enough time. You get 3 Ultimate figures in entryway and a fucking ring for $250. Now, hear me out. Your average WWE Ultimate figure is $35 to $40, so that's $160 right there. The ring itself would probably be $120 to $130. Then the arena and the it's a value for what you're getting. You're getting a good value, and shipping was included. But every 10 seconds, I swear to God, I see an email from Hasbro. Don't
do anything, go to our website and buy this. We dropped this and this and this and this. And oh, guess what? There's 7 HasLab projects you need to fund right now. So, like, I've all but stopped giving Hasbro my money. Because, like, fuck.
I mean, even here, right? Like, let's say you're a Marvel Legends person. Like
that Galactus was outrageous.
Yeah. You know, like, but here's the thing. The same person that bought the Galactus, they're asking you to also buy the Transformer. They're also asking you to buy the Sky Striker, the Plasma Spangler
Proton
Pack, you know? So, like, there's just so many things. It's just the volume of it.
Yeah.
But also the price
and then,
tag.
you know, the Rancor didn't get funded because people were pissed about it.
Yeah.
And, you know, like, this is my problem. Like, the Razor Crest, I would have bought the Razor Crest if it was for 6-inch figures.
Yes.
But it also probably would have been 10 grand because that's Hasbro. I used to date a girl who worked at Hasbro. And the story she told me about Hasbro is that in their marketing room, the words "a sucker is born every minute" is on at least one board. And I'm not gonna lie, if you buy Hasbro, like everything, you're a fucking sucker.
Yeah.
Like, same with Funko collectors, you're a fucking sucker if you buy everything. Like, yeah, I have a few Funko Pops, but I don't chase down every chase or every variant or every glow-in-the-dark furry ball bag edition. Like, you're wasting your money. Go buy something you enjoy. Like, Prime Day was great. I spent $60. I got Lex Luthor. I got the Black Suit Superman. I got that
With
Batman 3 Jokers. I got 2 Joker figures. I got Red Hood, and I got Batgirl.
Yeah.
Like, don't get me wrong. Like, McFarlane figures are good if you're spending $10-15 on them, but if you're spending 27 to 30, it's not worth your money.
No. And the thing is like, we as a community went so hard on toy hunting last year that
because of COVID, we had nothing to do.
Yeah, and now there's so much excess. To your point, like, this is my prized possession from last week. It wasn't even George Lucas. It was literally Road Dogg.
He's a $60 figure.
I got him for $3 because there are just so many Road Dogs sitting there. He went on clearance. And then I will say this about Target versus Walmart. The Target Circle app, if you use it every time you purchase, you get points. So I got for you
not
$8
much, but
off.
yeah.
But I got $8 off this thing, $3 for a wrestling figure.
Huh. I'm picky about what I buy with wrestling figures. I have some partnerships coming up. As I mentioned earlier, I'm now sponsored by Extreme Sets.
Yeah.
Guys, if you're a figure photographer, Extreme Sets is your go-to. Code the brand at extreme-sets.com. Save 15%. Joe's a great guy. Love Joe to death. One of my closest friends. But at the same time, like, with wrestling figures, there's so many of everybody. Like, with me, certain figures I want to own. Like, I have every Bret Hart that's been made. It's Bret fucking Hart. I have almost every Shawn Michaels that's been made. I started buying prototypes. That's my new thing. That's the other thing that I'm really, like, deep into now that you showed me that. Hold on.
By the way, everybody, this is what Billy is referencing when he's talking about the Extreme Sets. So you can actually go buy, like, straight up diorama sets from this website for your figure photography.
And you know what? They're great pop-up sets too. Go look at my Instagram. See some of the stuff that I've shot on their stuff.
Yeah.
So, as I was saying, you know, my new thing is prototypes. I showed this on my show the other night. This is the Brutus the Barber Beefcake Elite WrestleMania Flashback prototype. Nice. This is a test shot of it. Now, this is cool. I'm not a Jax collector, but I saw this on eBay and I couldn't pass. So, this is the Survivor Series 99 Tron Ready X-Pac. And this is his original hard copy prototype.
What? That's awesome.
Yeah. Ready? 3 pieces.
Wow.
Comes apart. So yeah, I wanted something wild like that for my collection, and I was like, yo, fuck it, $40, why not?
Yeah.
Some dude was trying to unload it before he got divorced, and I was like, yeah, that's regularly usually like a $200 or $300 piece, and he was like, nah, give me $40 and I'll send you the figure with it. But you know, like with wrestling figures, you know, it's one thing. Like, I will buy every gear of every guy I can, like all my favorites from when I was a kid, because I like to recreate stuff in my photos. Like Jushin Thunder Liger, that Jushin Thunder Liger photo I shot recently. I have almost every Jushin Thunder Liger figure that Storm Collectibles has put out. and I took his original gear. Thanks to my buddy Toy Boy Federation, by the way, for that figure. I appreciate you, Ed. You're the best. I love you.
By the way, stop. I want to give you a shout out because I don't think anybody on social media shouts out other people as much as you do. Like in a good way, by the way. I'm
always talking about my people, man. It's the way to be. You know, you can't work with your fellow creators. You can't buy from people and not share their work, because it's one of those things, man. You've gotta show people the good that's in a community. And I mean, I believe in working within my community. This isn't a pissing contest for me. Yeah, I'm a fucking phenomenal photographer. I know. You don't need to tell me. But what it is to me is that, like, I love that I inspire other people to try this and get into this and to find their own creative voice. Like, to me, you know, I can do this all night. I'm great on podcasts. I can talk about myself all day long. Do I want to? No, I want to talk about you guys and the cool shit you guys are doing. Mm-hmm. Like, there's so many cool creators and great creators out there that deserve attention, that aren't getting the attention they deserve. Yourself, Hobbies with Jose, Toy Boy Federation from my feed, Figure Kingdom, who should have way more followers than he does. You know, Rose Excellence, Random Bouts, Random Gimmick, Main Event Customs. I could talk about people all day fucking long that deserve this. Kojo's Toy World. You know, like, people who truly, truly deserve limelight that are not getting the limelight. You know, Forbidden Figures, who did those amazing titles that are on my Boss Fight Studios, Norwood's Own, may I add. Shout out to Boss Fight Studios. On my Boss Fight Studio, Phoenix and Penta. Love those figures. Scale kind of weird, but they're really cool.
Those belts are, the fact that I'll just go to these real quick. Like, these things sell out with the end. Hey,
that's my photo.
I was gonna say, it's your photo.
I was handpicked by Matt Cardona to do the announcement of his very limited run internet championship title for them. But I'm really proud of that. I'm really proud of the creators I work with. And guys, if you're in the chat and you're just listening to me say this, put it to the test. Get into my DMs, say hello, say, hey, my name is, you're gonna first of all get an answer from me one way or another. It might not be like the same day, but I will get back to you. And if you have questions, or you want to talk about photography, or you want to talk about getting into podcasting or creating anything, holler at your boy. That's what I'm here for.
Yeah, love that.
And it's one of those things that, you know, like, hell, we're already over the time that this show regularly goes, and I'll sit here and talk another hour about all of it because it's Steve's birthday. We should go late, plain and simple.
Well, the lady will get mad if I go too late, so we'll do that a different day.
Yeah, like, don't get Amanda mad. We don't want that.
Exactly. But no, like I said, I appreciate you for doing that very thing, and that's why so many people F with you, is because you're not somebody who shies away from giving other people spotlight.
Hell no, man. There's so much cool shit out there. Like, why would I not want to talk about it?
But it's weird. Like, I didn't think about it until I started not thinking about, but until I started creating and seeing how people roll in different circles and me sliding into DMs. Not even, it's weird. I will say there's one thing I hate, and that's when because I got this, I think yesterday, where somebody DMs me to say, hey, by the way, can you check out my review or whatever? But, like, they've never commented or liked or been in or anything. Like, I feel like that's so shitty. But the amount of people I've seen that, like, I'll message, not even asking for anything, just to be like commenting on a picture, and they don't even, like, answer or respond or whatever. I'm just like, oh, all right. I guess I didn't realize that because I'm a creator.
It's terrible. You know, it's terrible. And you know what? I'm gonna give you guys something that's really big for the brand show right now. Like what Steve just said about me. First of all, I appreciate those kind of words, but y'all like Czarface? Like, I'm just gonna wait before I say another word and see exactly what everybody says. But if you guys like Czarface, you're gonna love what I'm about to tell you. So let's wait and see what's going on with this chat. See what they say. I appreciate you, Sal. Thank you. That's very kind words. Thank you, Know Your Craft. I talk my shit and I back it up, man. Put it to my test. That's my Instagram right below me. Right there. Nope. There. Nope. There.
Right there. We'll try that again sometime. But anyway, guys, I'm just going to let you know that Esoteric of Czarface is a guest confirmed for the brand show. And if you guys don't know who Esoteric is and you're from Boston, first of all, jump off the Tobin. Second of all, get into his shit. He did a song with John Cena in 2005 called Beantown. He is 1/3 of rap's new Wu-Tang Clan, plain and simple. Humongous. This San Diego Comic-Con Czar Noir that sits on my set came directly from him, was a gift from him directly. But you guys are hearing it here first. This is breaking news. Czarface's Esoteric will be on the brand show, either at the end of season 1 or the beginning of season 2. That's some
awesome.
fucking big shit right there. When you're as small as a guy like me and someone like this comes out of left field and goes, hey, let's rock, it's huge.
Yeah.
It's fucking huge, man. Like, super huge.
No, that's it. And even Kevin being on his show, like who are we? But he's like,
we're
yes.
nobody.
He's
but,
like, yeah, I'll do it. Like,
man, that show was fucking insane, dude.
Yeah.
Like, we went almost 3.5 hours, and it was just absolutely wild. I had no idea it was gonna go that well, and I mean, like, I expected to like talk about a lot of things, and I don't want to spoil like what I found out, but like, if his version of Turtles, in my eyes, like the way it flows, as someone who likes history and who likes build up and so forth like that, it would have been cool.
Yeah.
And you can watch it right there, episode 1 of the brand show. We announced it here on HeyArcher Live. That tells you how deep and tight we are with Nerd Affiliated. I'd like to think we are the mystery Nerd Affiliated brand. Like, we're like that Airhead you pull out, the mystery flavor. That's us. But it was so wild to sit down and do that interview, and everything flowed the way I wanted it to, and it went the right way.
Yeah.
I was, you couldn't tell, but I was nervous. Knees weak, arms were heavy. There was vomit on my sweater, mom spaghetti.
Yeah.
But it was, for me, for the first time in 16 years hosting my own show, it was cathartic. It was emotional. It was great. It was weird at the end of the show. I had a hue light in the background that was on a charger, and it flashed red, and it was blue. It was like right here at the end of the show, and I had turned this tree on before the episode, and after that tree flickered. And there's a reason that tree is on my desk at all times throughout the year, beyond the fact that I'm Italian. If you ever read any of my profiles, it says I'm Helen's favorite nephew. My Aunt Helen, my great Aunt Helen was my world growing up. So having that tree with me at all times is a sign of her. And I swear to whatever the fuck is above us and General Zod below me, that was my Aunt Helen watching from somewhere. And it was cool.
Yeah.
I sat here till like almost 5 Wednesday morning weeping. I was so proud of what we did. I was so fucking proud, man.
Yeah. No, it's something special when you have that moment, that made it moment. And it doesn't even.
Yeah.
And I think a misconception too with the made it moment is where people are like, oh, well, that means I've made $1 billion or done whatever. No, like a made it moment is just like that childhood whatever, that childhood pipe dream. And there's that second you meet somebody you're not supposed to have met, like you shouldn't have come across, or you shouldn't have been in that room, but you made it to that room, and you're just like, yeah, did it.
Came back from cancer, came back from literally just failure after failure after failure. If you let failure stop you, you're an idiot. The idea of failure is to learn from it.
Mm-hmm.
I finally have the right team around me. Chris, Kenny, Stives, and Bass. Amazing guys. I'm starting to get used to what it feels like to have a flowing team, and I'll say it about these guys, and I will tell them to their faces. I am so grateful to have a team that can work together, that can really hold their own and do their own. And Kenny says it all the time. We're literally a content creation juggernaut because we all create crazy shit. We all manage different shit, and I'll tell you, I truly believe that about this team. There's nobody's bigger than the other. I co-own this project with 3 other guys, and it feels like
everybody acts like they own this project. They all come to work every day, real professional, answer text messages, call ourselves the Elevate Crew for a reason, because this team is floating in the sky right now, man, and I'm very proud of that.
Nice. I hope one day that the nerd affiliated fam gets to that point. We're on that trajectory. We're gonna catch you.
Oh, I have no doubt in my mind that you guys are gonna be sitting on top of Mount Everest with me.
Yeah.
No doubt in my mind. No fucking doubt in my mind. Everybody on your team, amazing quality content. I was sitting here the other night high as a kite because I didn't want to move it. I was watching Jose play Among Us, which is the most boring game in the history of the world to me. And it was just, Jose, you were so fun to watch. I love you. Plain and simple. It was just, it was wonderful. Guys, if you got Twitch, if you got YouTube, anything like that, drop it in my DMs at Billy Nichols Brand, please. I want to check out what you're doing. So
I got one last question for you before we call it an episode.
If you're going to ask me what the best Michael Myers movie is, why is it Halloween 3 and why are you disagreeing with me? But
that would have been a Lenny question if Lenny was here. Shout out to Lenny for those good tastes. I need a new episode ASAP. But my question is, as I lower down the music, do I need to buy this figure? Be honest with me.
That horny bastard Ric Flair figure. I mean, it's peak Nitro Flair. Absolutely, man.
That's what I was
thinking. Like, you know, if you play it, the first thing out of my mouth, I slam the thing on the counter and I go, "Happy birthday, Ric Flair, you horny old bastard."
Yeah.
And then I rip it up the back like Candyman. Oh, the figure goes flying and hits Smalls. That was great.
And it's the T-shirt. The T-shirt's freaking.
Like, if you guys ever see how we are in studio, it's utterly ridiculous. Like, there's a lot of laughs, a lot of stupid, and we are just we call ourselves the charcuterie board of fuckery. And yes, we are having a charcuterie board of fuckery made. It's going to be just a charcuterie board that says fuckery on it. But there'll probably be a T-shirt to go along with that somewhere. And I'm real proud of everything that we've done as a team. My cameraman, Smalls, my business partner, best in the world, guy who didn't even know how good he was. By the way, if you guys are not doing anything after the show, twitch.tv Papa_Smalls. Smalls with a Z is probably streaming Power Wash Simulator tonight. So go check him out. Go check out the entire A Bunch of Nerds crew. You can get them through me. But yeah, buy that figure to get back to it.
Wait, sorry.
Also, if you're listening,
Papa
please buy
Smalls
HeyArcher merchandise at nerdaffiliated.com/store.
Right there. And all the links.
Look at that.
All the links right there. You said it was Papa. What was it? Papa Smalls?
PAPA.
Mm-hmm.
_ SMALLZ.
Oh, there's
There's Yeet Daddy. And he's playing Power Wash Simulator.
God.
Hey, let him know we're watching. Hold on, I'm actually gonna go in there and tell him we're watching this live on on Nerd Affiliated.
Let's see if I can even rehost? What is the thing I'm supposed to do?
You can host him, yeah. I'm sure it'll be able to. He's probably hosted on mine too.
I'll have to, I guess, do it after the ads. This was a good time. This was a lot of fun. We'll turn on the sound when he's playing. See what he says. Oh, I got one more ad to go. We'll make it through. Can anybody, by the way, maybe it's you, Billy. I've had this soundbite stuck in my head all day. There was some show where the person goes, "It's me, Jessica." Like, where's that from?
I have no fucking clue.
But
I just told him we're watching live on Nerd.
He's watching you live on Nerd Affiliate Show. Literally blasting shit out of the court. Why are you subjecting his kind, innocent ears to this trash? Stop it.
Hey, it was his idea, Smalls. I'm sorry, but this is actually happening, man. Look at this. We're live, and you're on screen, guys. Go blow up Smalls chat, please. Like, go in there and show Smalls all the love in the universe. He's a wonderful, wonderful man. I love him to death. He's like my little brother that I never wanted, but always wanted at the same time.
The fact
and
that
it's funny stuff.
Hang on, I'm gonna make sure that the sound's coming through. Where's my? Here it is. I didn't even know this was a game.
Oh, this is so fucking funny.
This is wild.
I just sent him a video of me talking about it. But yeah, this is also Power Wash Simulator for you PC gamers. Just went into full release today out of early access. Highly recommended. It's really cathartic and satisfying and just very relaxing.
And of course, now you're
for those
texting me videos of it. I hate you sometimes.
this is Nerdception.
I love it.
Welcome to Nerdception, Smalls. I love you.
Affiliated. I can't speak today. Hi everyone. How are you? My name is Chris, aka Papa Smalls. The best dad on the internet because I left for
because he went for milk and cigarettes and came back.
How you doing?
Just let him know I finished his tagline.
I hope that came through on the stream.
No, write it in his chat. Be like, Billy finished your line.
Stop sending me videos of my own video on someone else's video. I'm gonna punch you in the face.
All right, never mind. We'll go into it after. It's okay. I'm gonna go watch him anyway.
That's awesome. That's so awesome.
But this is a bunch of nerds for you guys. We all do something different. We all have a lot of fun. We are a bunch of nerds because you are a bunch of nerds.
I love it. Sir, this was a birthday surprise special in itself. That ending of us watching Power Wash Simulator with Inception
so
happening
random.
at the same time. So random and yet so on brand. Speaking of brand, Billy Nichols,
so nerd affiliated. So a bunch of nerds.
Plug yo shit.
As you already know, I'm Billy Nichols Brand at Billy Nichols Brand on Instagram and at a bunch of nerds on TikTok. Had to think about that for a second. At a bunch of nerds _ on Instagram as well. At a bunch of nerd on Twitter. Also at the Brand Show with a 0 compared to an O on Twitter. Come hang out with me. Come say hello. Slide in my DMs. Literally, it's right there. Slide in my Instagram DMs. I'll tell you exactly where to find me. Next episode of The Brand Show is 7/26, twitch.tv/The Brand Show Live. Make sure to tune in. This guy right here to my right. I don't know if it's his right. He's actually on my left in here. The dude in the Mighty Ducks jersey. I Cake Eater over here is going to be on my show.
Oh yeah, cake eating all weekend.
We're gonna eat cake live on stream, and we're gonna talk about Halloween Ends.
That's for the OnlyFans, though. We're doing that on the OnlyFans.
Oh yeah, link in bio.
This birthday celebration would have been nothing, not only without Billy, without Papa Smalls, but without all of you. So thank you for being here. Thanks for being a part of the show every week at 8:15-ish p.m. here on Nerd Affiliated. If you're over here, maybe at HeyArcher, make sure you follow Nerd Affiliated over there, and vice versa. Go follow HeyArcher 1 on YouTube.
Yeah. Follow them all. Hey, Steve, how old are you? Because from what I understand, you were at the midnight release of Fire.
Fire?
Yeah, you were at the midnight release of Fire, I heard.
I'm drawing a blank. Well, I'm
okay, like Fire, like...
Oh. Actually...
You were at the midnight release of Fire. I heard you were one of the Water Boys.
Wow, yeah. 37, I want to say.
Happy birthday. Well, happy birthday either way. I know it's Sunday, but happy birthday in case I'm going to be very busy on Sunday in case I don't get to you until like 11:59 p.m.
That's fine. That's A-okay. I was at, you know what? There was Fire at a midnight release I was at one time. That's why I was really thrown off by that question, but that's a story for a different day. We'll talk to all you nerds in the next video. Peace.